and with that, I, Francis7, an avatar on there.com, would like to welcome you to this week's edition of Thereywood Squares. I had to look at the sign in front of me just to make sure I'm hosting the right show. And this evening, we're going to be witnessing a celebrity grudge match between Z over here, representing the letter X. That's a little confusing. And representing the letter O will be Fly Girl Danny. So, let's go ahead and check in with our contestants and see what they've been up to in there.com recently before we even, before we come to fisticuffs or something like that between our contestants. Z, what you been up to in there recently? And we seem to have our first casualty of this evening in our contestants. Let's check in with Fly Girl Danny.
She was typing.
Oh, she's typing. She's typing. Okay. She's staying cool and beating the heat today. All right. Cool. Well, or at least hopefully cool. Let's check in next with Fly Girl Danny, representing the letter O.
I'm the letter O. Hello, everyone. Well, we've been working tirelessly. We just opened a brand new neighborhood. It is a shopping center and community center. So if you have a neighborhood and you need some residents, you can rent yourself a really tiny little kiosk. It's called, the Mango Market. Yeah, I had a moment. I have a lot of those. Senior moments almost. No, I'm not a senior yet. But, yeah, and we also, like if you're a quester, you want to open a little kiosk to send them to your quest lot. It's going to be kind of like a one-size-fits-all kind of thing. And we have some designers. So if you're a designer and you need a little shop, first month's free. So this month. So you're welcome to come down. We're going to be having some events, and we have some yard sale lots there, too. They're open hosting, so if you need a place to sell your goods, yeah, we're super excited about it.
All right, I'm a big fan of yard sales, as most of you know, which is why I probably own half the stuff in there. All righty, let's get right to it. Let's see, we'll start off with Z. Z, select a square.
I'll take the center square. Music Mom.
The center square is Music Mom. Music Mom, who directed and starred in the 1973 movie High Plains Drifter.
That was George Lucas.
George Lucas, would you agree or disagree?
Oh, I'm going to disagree.
That would be a good disagreement. George Lucas is known as a good director, but he's rarely even in his own movies for more than a few seconds. So X is going to get the center square, and we're over to Fly Girl Danny. This is where you choose who you'd like to answer a question, Danny.
Did I lose my mic? Oh, there I am. Sorry.
Yes, we were listening to the sound of silence there for a moment. Catchy tune though it may be. Which one would you like to call upon? Aside from the center square.
Lady Misty.
Lady Misty.
Yes, I'll take Lady Misty.
Bottom left. Lady Misty, what chemical element is added to rubber to vulcanize it? What chemical element is added to rubber to vulcanize it?
That is sulfur. Sulfur is added.
Sulfur. Would you agree or disagree? Answer quickly. No time to wait for the translation there, Danny.
I agree.
And that would be a good agreement. They actually do add sulfur to or rubber to vulcanize it. I'm just glad nobody made a joke about Mr. Spock doing something to it. All right, now we're back over to the letter X and Z. That's confusing me this evening. Z, who would you like to call upon?
Let's see. I would like Bottom middle.
Uh, bottom middle is Susan, isn't it?
It is.
Indeed. Susan, in the fictional book series, The Hardy Boys, Joe Hardy and Frank Hardy's girlfriends' names are what?
Oh, what? I love those stories. Them and Nancy Drew. But the girlfriends are Callie Shaw and Iola Morton.
Could you say that one more time?
Callie Shaw and Iola Morton.
Callie Shaw and Iola Morton. Would you agree or disagree?
Let's see. I really have no idea. I'm going to disagree.
Unfortunately, she wasn't lying like a rug this time. She was telling you the truth. The Hardy Boys' girlfriends are actually Callie and Iola. Yeah. So, let's see. So a circle gets that square. It doesn't cause a win. And we're back over to Fly Girl Danny, who gets to choose next.
I will take Kaslov.
Bottom right for the win.
Yeah, bottom right.
You know, for a second, I forgot that this is played like a game of tic-tac-toe. Kaz, are you planning on lying?
I mean, I don't know. Have to figure out.
Yeah, okay. Well, when you get a chance, there's a little action tag. You can turn on the answer a question light in your box, and then here comes your question. What year did the Boston Tea Party take place? The Boston Tea Party happened in what year?
1798.
Did you say 1998?
1738.
1738. Would you agree or disagree?
That sounds a little early. I mean, I could be wrong, but I think it was a little later. So I would disagree.
Well, you are wrong. But the other way around, 1773 is the Boston Tea Party, but your disagreement gets you the square. So, no, I'm sorry, the circle. So circle gets the win. Sorry, got confused there. Too much tax going on. And wins our first game. So congratulations, Fly Girl Danny. We'll go ahead and clear off the letters on the board and check in with our wonderful celebrity squares, starting with the top right, which is Dallas. Dallas, if you're there, tell us what you've been up to in there recently.
Well, honestly, it's been like a really kind of tumultuous time in my life personally, so haven't been on there much, but I will absolutely for sure be on next week's trivia, and of course I'll be on Thereywood Squares every week. I'm still working with Babs in order to find a place for the Dungeons and Dragons night, which we'll be doing once a month. But yeah, that's what I have going on, buddy.
Fantastic. Yeah, when you get that, make sure you promote that, because I think I might actually be interested in that.
I would love to DM for you, man.
That'd be cool. I haven't done that in about 40 years, maybe 35.
The rules have slightly changed.
Yes, I might have to buy a new handbook. All right, next, let's check in with Robby Boy, our event organizer, planner extraordinaire.
Hello everyone, how are you all doing tonight? Thank you for coming out and supporting us. And what am I doing? I host Chain on Sundays, and I'm here on Thursdays. So that's my thing. And Cass and I are we're going to continue doing four quarters every Thursday. Once a month after the hotel starts. And it's going to be over at the Mango Market Hood. So hope to see you guys there and see you on Sunday. Thank you for coming.
Oops, I was pressing the wrong button there. Sorry about that, Cat. In the bottom right. Tell us what you've been up to in there recently.
Well, I love going to practically all the events, but I have been working pretty hard on Mango Market with Jordan, Flattering, and my mom. And we also have Club Wow on Friday.
Oh, yeah. Almost forgotten about that. Awesome. So you're going to have a Friday the 13th edition tomorrow?
Ooh, I forgot that it was Friday the 13th. Actually, we're having a pool party.
Is it a particular lake?
A pool party. That sounds great. Next, let's check in with Susan down in the Bottom Center.
Hey. So what I'm planning to do is schedule a dog because I haven't done that in a while. And I think there's enough people in here who love their puppies. So it's time to race them. I'll be setting that up.
Cool.
I got a puppy. I got a cat.
Do cats race well,
Can it
Lost?
run?
Will it come when you call it?
No.
No. Okay, moving right along. Next up, I can't seem to zoom in anymore, is Music Mom in the center square.
Hello. Can you
Hello.
hear me?
Yes, we can hear you fine, Music Mom. What you been up to?
Been out doing questing and playing Jen and trying to get up on top of that leaderboard.
Well, that is a goal. I hope you get there. Next up is EC up in the top center. Girlie, what you been up to recently?
Well, just enjoying Shawty's back buggy racing, so that's been fun. So check us out at Dune Valley.
Fantastic. Next, let's go down to the bottom left. That's Lady Misty, I think.
I'm still doing Misty Spades on Sundays and Dragon Raider Gin on Saturdays. And I have a quest that's coming out this Saturday also.
A quest called what?
Oh, I didn't say what it was called, but it's for Dragon Riders Club, and it's called Summer Trivia Quest.
Fantastic, as always. In the center left, it's Nellie Rachel.
Hello, everyone. I've just been playing Gin Spades because Mom makes me, and I have my Gin on Wednesday at 7 Eastern, and that's about it.
And you play cards then too, right?
Sure do.
Indeed. And then up in the top left square, it's, oh, that's Lost in the Woods. Lost, what you been up to recently?
Not a whole heck of a lot. Gone to a few events, not many. Got my own on Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, just before your event, Francis. And in the real world, I've been behaving myself. I haven't looted any stores. So there you go.
Well, good for you. Good for you. What is your event there, Lost? You probably should tell people that.
Spades. No, I'm stealing your event next. I'm gonna do trivia. Kid.
All righty. I myself have been busy building the axolotl. It's an axolotl that has a really big axe for my new barbarian movie that I'm working on. Yeah, well, I made the mouth, and then the mouth looked rather feminine, and then so I decided, well, instead of putting bug eyes on it, I'll put some like anime girl eyes on it. And then it was like, well, now I want to like put Red Sonja's hair on it or something, but it's like I don't have enough polygons left, so I ended up putting a mohawk on it.
No, you need googly eyes.
Well, it has big, huge eyes that are animated, and it has a mouth that's, this is a talking version, there's a non-talking version, so it's keeping me busy designing this thing for there, so you'll probably see that in reviews probably in the next day or so, several different versions of it, with axes, without axes, etc. It's just a minor character in the movie. Yeah. All right. So now let's see. Flygirl Danny won the first game. Good job, Flygirl Danny. So let's say forget you for right now and go over to Z, who gets to choose first again.
Okay, first, I guess I'll go with Music Mom again.
Well, that was an interesting set. I do so love it when people know how tic-tac-toe is played. This is awesome. Music Mom, are you there?
Here I am.
Oh, cool. There we go. I'm just trying to get right to the right question. All right. Music Mom, what country is home to the longest street in the world? It's Yonge Street. Yonge is the name of the street. What country is that in?
That sounds very foreign, but you know what? I'm going to say Canada because that's a pretty long-ass country.
Pretty long. Yonge Street is in Canada. Would you agree or disagree? Sorry if I'm saying the name wrong. That's why I spelled it out.
That's why. I guess I'm talking. Sorry, I'm trying to figure my buttons out here. I will agree.
And she wasn't lying. Yonge Street, evidently, is the longest street in the world, and it is indeed located in Canada. So X is going to get that center square, and we're back over to Flygirl Danny.
I will go with, let's go with someone new. Lost in the Woods.
Lost in the Woods is a great person to call upon right now because this is a question about opera. You ready for an opera question, Lost?
Yeah, I can sing opera too.
No, that's all right.
Horribly.
Yeah, well, I will agree with that. I mean, wait, I'm supposed to ask you a question. Here's your question, Lost. What year was Camille Saint-Saëns, I think I'm saying that correctly, opera? The opera was called Samson and Delilah. When was it first performed? What year? Looking for a year here.
Well, I think it was before I was born. So we'll say 1877?
1877. Would you agree or disagree?
I'm going to disagree.
Unfortunately, Lost actually was getting his trivia correct this evening. He knew this opera answer, and it was indeed 1877, as he suggested. So let's see. X gets the square. Doesn't cause a win. All right, and we're back over to Z.
Yeah, I gotta go with the lower right, Kaz Love.
Lower right, Kaz, for the win. Wow, it's a good thing that Lost didn't start singing "Kill the Wabbit." Okay, Kaz, you there?
I'm here.
All right, when you get a chance, turn that light on your box, and here comes your question. In The Wizard of Oz, what was the lion looking for?
He was definitely looking for courage.
Courage. Would you agree or disagree?
I'm gonna agree on that one.
Oh, ain't it the truth? Ain't it the truth? X gets the square and wins our second game. We're now 1-1. So Z, congratulations on winning that game. And Danny, you won the previous game. We're going to go ahead and clear off our board. And you know what? I did not thank our Celebrity Squares for all volunteering their time this evening. I really do appreciate you guys coming out and sitting in those boxes. I know those little stools are really hard, and I hope hemorrhoids aren't in your future. Okay, moving along before that does happen. Let's see. Well, Z won this last game, so we're over to Fly Girl Danny, who gets to choose first. Oh, we're not done. We're not done yet, guys.
Yeah,
Don't leave.
get her.
Yeah, forget her for now. We're over to you. Who do you want to call upon?
I'm going to go with Robby.
Robby in the center right.
Oh, okay. Almost like
All right, Robby, who played the role of
Sleepyhead?
who played the role of TV's character J.J. Evans? Who played J.J. Evans?
that would be Mike Evans.
Mike Evans.
Mike Evans.
Mike Evans. Would you agree or disagree?
I agree.
Unfortunately, we were looking for Jimmy Walker played J.J. Evans on Good Times. He was Mr. Dynamite for quite a few years. So X is going to get that square. Yeah, she didn't see through your clever ruse there, Robby. Good job. And now over to Z.
Hey, Mike Evans was one of the ones on the Jeffersons, singing "Who Are the Lionels" on the Jeffersons. That was Mike Evans.
Oh, I did not get that connection. Wow. All right. Z, who are you calling upon?
Let's see. I'm going to take Dallas in the top right.
Dallas in the top right. Mach, M-A-C-H, refers to the speed of what?
Sound.
Speed of sound. Would you agree or disagree?
I'm going to, I guess I'll agree.
And that would be a good agreement. X is going to get that square. Mach actually does refer to the speed of sound. Very good. If you get a chance, put an X in that box. And now we're back over to Fly Girl Danny.
Well, I guess I'll go with the daughter, Kaz Love. She better not lie to me again.
Kaz, for the block. The camera's going crazier. Kaz, what did Harry Houdini die from on Halloween in 1926?
I thought he couldn't untie himself from the underwater trick he was doing, but I think he ruptured his appendix.
Ruptured appendix. Would you agree or disagree?
Well, we do have a Harry Houdini museum here where I live, and I believe it was actually he tied himself up and couldn't get out of it, one of his tricks. But I could be wrong. I'm gonna wait. I don't know. She said something different, right?
She said ruptured appendix. Without rolling. She didn't roll her R's.
Yeah, so I think I'm disagreeing.
Unfortunately, he did die of a ruptured appendix. So X can't get that square because that would cause a win. So we're back over to Z.
I'm done with you.
It's hoping not to lie.
Yes, it's almost as good for your friendships as playing Monopoly. Thereywood Squares. Hope you guys will all come down and join us here next week. Well, we're not done yet, though. Z.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Music Mom in the middle.
You sure you don't want to win the game? Just a thought.
Well, I mean, I could get the answer wrong if Kaz gives it to me, so I'm going with Music Mom.
Oh, nobody has anything in the bottom square. But Music Mom, who sang "You Can Call Me Al"? You Can Call Me Al. Who sang that song? Music Mom.
Every button except the right one. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. What would be that answer?
I was thinking that was Paul Simon.
Paul Simon. Would you agree or disagree?
Yeah, that's definitely Paul Simon.
Indeed, and that is a correct agreement. So X is going to get the center square, and we're back over to Fly Girl Danny.
All right. Look what you did. Just look at that mess. We're going to have to talk after this game. We should do that. Okay.
Told you it was going to be a celebrity grudge match.
I'm going to, what the hell? What the hell did she do? I'm not going Cass. She screws me up. Misty,
remind me to make a folding
Come
chair
on here.
prop to lend out to players so they can hit one another with it. That'd really add to the level of excitement.
I really need to do that.
Did you call on Lady Misty?
Yes, I did.
Oops, sorry, I typed a number there. Lady Misty, what idiom is used to describe a child who closely resembles a parent? What idiom? Oh, and the sound of silence means that she's the secret square. There we go. And the sound of her woo-wooing it up means that she's the secret square. So if you're in correct agreement with her answer, you will win a fistful of Thereybucks.
Okay, the answer is chip off the old block.
Chip off the old block. Would you agree or disagree?
What was the question again?
What idiom is used to describe a child who closely resembles a parent? She has suggested it's chip off the old block.
Oh, hell yeah, I agree. Way to go, Misty.
And that would be a good agreement. Circle gets the square, wins the secret square prize money, and gets a block. We're back over to Z.
I'm here. Let's see. I'm going to go with Nellie.
Nellie in the center left for the win. Nellie, if a triangle has two equal sides, what is it? Nellie, are you there? We don't hear you.
I answer.
I'm sorry. Can you say it inside here so the audience can hear it? Because I didn't get it either.
Still didn't get it?
No,
Isosceles.
Isosceles. Would you agree or disagree?
I'm not a math wizard, but I do know geometry, and yes.
Indeed, yes. Well, isn't that an acute answer? All right, so X gets the square and wins our third game.
Answer.
Congratulations, you are a reigning champion of the moment, Z. And I would like to thank everybody for coming on out to Thereywood Squares, and your continuing support means so much to us, and especially special thanks to Robby for organizing these questions and these events every week. It is muchly appreciated. Come on down onto the floor of the studio here at Beautiful Miracle Pictures. If you haven't taken the studio tour, please come and do so. And we'll have some festivities down on the floor.
Yeah, and outside in the back, me and Z are going to have at it, and I'm going to steal all her money.
You might want to take Kaz out on your way.
That does not sound PG-13.
Francis?
Yeah, that girl, I'm taking her in the back and giving her a spanking.
Uh-oh, they're about to come to blows here. You know, a lot of their events do end in gunfire. Hopefully we have the guns turned off here.